Hey y'all, welcome to the first Afterglow top knit-along video tutorial. This is the video tutorial for the Provisional cast-on. It is my personal favorite cast-on, and it's used for each of the Afterglow tops. So what you're going to need for the Provisional cast-on is you're going to need your circular needle, and you're going to need that in whatever size is necessary for you to obtain the correct gauge. You're going to need a crochet hook in a similar size. It doesn't have to be the exact same size. Similar size is fine. And then you'll need scrap yarn. I chose, this is Knit Picks Shine Sport, which is a Pima cotton, and I chose this because the Pima cotton will slide out really easily when I go to take out the Provisional cast on. And then I also chose a light color because my yarn is this beautiful pink blue, jewel tone, so I wanted something that had a little bit of contrast to this. So that's why I went with this cream color. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and move my working yarn out of the way. And I'm going to just get some slack here. I'm going to make a slip knot. And then before I put the slip knot onto my crochet hook, I am going to tie just a little knot in the end to let me know that I started my crochet chain on this side. So now I'm going to put my slip knot onto my hook. I have my working yarn right there, and I'm going to grab my circular needle as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my crochet hook and my knitting needle parallel to each other like this. I'm going to take my working yarn I'm holding my tail in my pinky here just to keep it out of the way as I get started. I have my working yarn in my left hand, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my knitting needle in my left hand as well. And my working yarn is going behind my knitting needle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my crochet hook so I go over top. I'm going to take my working yarn, I'm going to bring it over top of my crochet hook. And then I'm going to hook the working yarn and bring it through that slip knot. That's on my crochet hook. This first one is always a little finicky, so just give it a second. Don't get too frustrated. It'll be fine. Okay. So I took the time then to take my working yarn. It had been in the front like this, and I took it and I moved it to the back of my knitting needle again in my left hand. So then once again, I'm going to turn my crochet hook, bring the working yarn over, pull it through. Your working yarn is in the front, so you're going to want to take that and move it to the back again. Once again, cross your crochet hook over, bring your working yarn up and over your crochet hook, pull that loop through, bring your working yarn from the front of the needle to the back of the needle. I'm going to show you one more time. You're going to turn your crochet hook, cross it over the top of your knitting needle, take your working yarn, bring it over top of the crochet hook, pull that working yarn through, creating a loop, move your working yarn to the back. So you continue to do this until you've cast on however many stitches you need to cast on. So now that I have all of my stitches on my needle for my given size, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my working yarn again. I'm going to find the start. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to find that little bump that lets me know what side I started on. So you can see my knot is right here. So this is the side that I started my provisional cast on. And this is the side that I'm going to work into first. So that's going to be my left hand needle. For this first setup round, all you're going to do is knit across the stitches of your provisional cast on. I'm going to go ahead and knit all the way across and I'll meet you on the other side. Once you've cast on all your stitches and knit one row with your working yarn, you are ready to join in the round. If you have any questions at all about this technique, about the provisional cast on or that first setup row, please feel free to reach out via DM on Slack or email or Instagram, whatever works best for you. See y'all later.